Well, I thought I'd bring y'all on a tour of the garden today. We had a spell of cold days, cold weather. It's a little warmer today, still pretty cold. It rained quite a bit, but most of the stuff in these circles, quote unquote beds, is still not sprouted. But if we come over here, you can see I'm working on thinning. These are all the sprouts. Working on thinning out these lettuces, because if you look real close, I don't know if you can see, you can really start to see them in here. They're just everywhere, these little lettuce sprouts. And they're all throughout this bed too. And they're all throughout this bed. And I'm sure somebody's going to see this and say, oh, it looks like you really overseeded them. And that's the truth. I did. But I also was I have an excuse in that I was using really old seed that I expected to be mostly bad. And then a lot of it turned out to be good. So, cool. This is full of lettuce as well. It's probably just about as thick. It's going to probably eat sprouts for a week once all this starts to come up. But here's a whole bed of lettuces as well. And this is all dill. So we've got a lot of stuff we're going to be eating soon here. The lettuce is the star of the show right now. I've got this other bed. This is the one that I seeded a little bit later, and you can see it's coming in too. Yeah, I'm going to spend all day thinning this out, but I'd rather eat the sprouts than waste them. So, because I have a strong desire for some fresh food right out of the garden, even if it's just sprouts. I just want something fresh. You can see what could be some weeds coming up. I don't know if I can point the camera straight at it. There it is. These could be weeds coming up, or they could be, I think this was a cabbage and broccoli bed, so I also got to pull just general weeds too, clean this whole place up a little bit. I'm kind of, I don't try too hard to pull weeds, in part because it just takes a lot of work. But if it's not something that's hyper invasive, you don't have to pull it. A lot of these weeds, they serve a purpose. They're there to bind the soil together, or work on compaction, or fix nitrogen, or, they have a wide assortment of purposes, and you don't always have to pull them. But when things start to take over, it's a good idea to get it under control. So it's all about kind of balance. And like that little area over there, I need to clean that up because it's going to start being just weeds. And they're going to start getting tall and getting a little overwhelming. And then in about midsummer, they'll get all spiky. So it won't be any fun anymore. So just got to kind of work on things in a balanced way. Don't get too rushed about things. One of the things I've kind of learned about gardening is it's better to observe and not take action and really think about it when you're going to take action than it is to just jump to doing something. A prime example of this, I don't know if I can really show them on camera, but there's tons of little tiny bugs in here. And the vast majority of them are probably beneficial. I've met so many gardeners, experienced old gardeners, that's the crazy thing, that will see that stuff and just panic, throw a fit, spray everything and kill it all because they see a bug and they say, bug, bad, don't want it. Thing is, somewhere around 95 to 99% of these bugs aren't even remotely harmful. So you're really just killing stuff that might actually be helping you. So again, it's better to just observe, think about what you see, and be slow about your actions. Be mindful. Be thoughtful. Anyway, that's all I've got in the garden today. Building still hasn't been built, but we finally have an outhouse, which allows us to use the septic, use the resource we have available instead of having to do a composting toilet forever. Composting toilet gets old. I don't mind it. but it's kind of like once you've been in a place long enough, you should have a septic and some sort of a way to use it. So, especially with the garden in, you know, you want to have a safe system, really, you know, well thought out system for dealing with waste. Birds are fighting. Anyway, that's all I've got for you for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye now.